Welcome back to the channel, guys. P Street Garage, and today we're going on a little road trip, and we're going to be taking the Jeep. And that's because I found a guy on Facebook Marketplace that is selling the removable rooftop panels. And the reason why I'm going to see him is because, for whatever reason, one of my panels, that one right there, leaks. And it doesn't leak as in leaks inside the vehicle. What happens is when it rains, the panel itself fills up with water and then it's sloshing around right above your head. It's very annoying. And if it gets full enough, then it will start seeping out and usually falls on the passenger. And that does not make her very happy. So let's go see this guy. Let's go see if we can buy these panels. We're here to buy a roof panel for the Jeep, and I'd say we get the right place. Let's go check this out. So here's those panels. I bought those panels. I only needed one. He had two, and he offered both of them up for $150, which I thought was totally fair. So I got them home. Here they are. Unfortunately, they're white. So I'm going to have to do something about that. But first, let's get them inside. Let's clean them up. And let's see how we can make these black. And make them blend in with this. Let's get set up. These are extremely filthy. Yep. And it's not like we can be outside to pressure wash or anything, because this is the next day and we're having another dumping. Yeah, it kind of stopped now, but it's going to pick up again. So, yep, we're all doing this inside. Let's clean. Well, that took a good layer of filth off. I used dish soap and hot water, but it's still looking a little like there's a little bit of mold or mildew on there. So I'm going to try again. This time I'm going to try with some bleach, and after that it'll be what it'll be. So one application of the bleach and a wipe, and then we'll look at the other side. Okay, as you can see, that second cleaning with the bleach, that worked wonders. That looks really good, and I did not spend a lot of time. I like it. So that's what it looked like. So you can see the difference. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clean this one off camera. I'm not going to bore you with this one. I'm going to do this one. Then we'll look at the surface. Okay, I can live with that. Obviously, it would have been a better job if I could do it outside with the pressure washer and that, but that's not happening at this time. Now let's get these back up on the bench and let's look at the shiny sides. All right, so I'm going to clean this side, the shiny side that should be black, but I really got to clean in these rubbers that are kind of filthy. So I'm going to clean these. And this here just looks like greasy fingerprints. I don't know, I'm not sure. I think this is going to clean up pretty easy. So I'm going to get these cleaned up quickly. And then before I apply the paint, because I do plan on painting these, I'm going to have to scuff up this glossy surface. So let me get these quickly cleaned up, and then we're going to figure out how to scuff these up and prep them for paint. Alrighty, I got my little Black & Decker detail sander out, and I think I'm going to use that. I think that's going to be perfectly fine for this flat surface, at least I think so. I got some 220 grit on there, and I'm just going to go very light, just enough to take the sheen off, and then I'll probably wipe it down with some brake cleaner and get some black on there. Let's do that. All right, let's throw some paint on here. And I'm going to be using this Armor Coat paint. It's very much like Tremclad. In fact, it goes on almost exactly the same. It's a little bit cheaper. And I'm going to be going with a semi-gloss black. And with the little bit of research I did, apparently a cheap sponge roller will leave a very light speckly texture on this. So I'm not sure if it will or not. I guess we'll find out. So let's get started. Let's get at least one coat of black on here and see what it looks like. All right, well, there's one coat. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to walk away. It looks quite shiny, but it should dull down. Hopefully it's semi-gloss. So I'm going to walk away for a couple hours. I'm going to come back. I'm going to reassess. And I'm thinking it's probably going to need a second coat, but we'll check that when we come back. All right, here's those roof panels. I did come back and I gave it a second coat. So that's 2 light coats. The finish is a little bit shinier than I would have liked, but I believe that will dull out. Being oil-based paint, that'll get duller once it gets out in the elements. And a little bit more orange peel would have been nice. Normally you don't want orange peel, but in this case there is a little bit of orange peel, which gives it a little bit of texture. And but a little bit more texture would have been probably better. But anyway, it's only going on the very top. You don't even really see that much of these anyway. So let's get them out. Let's get them installed on the Jeep and see what that looks like. Okay, well, my panels are on the roof of the Jeep, and as you can tell from a distance, yeah, it's shinier than the rest. But I mean, right now snow's falling down, so just goes to show that there's really not that much to worry about. Anyway, I think they're gonna work, and so hopefully no leaks from now on. And the main reason why, like I said, I had a panel that filled with water, and this is the panel in question. And although I was never able to find where the water was coming from, you could see that the corner tab was broken, and it had been, somebody tried to glue that back in place. So obviously this panel either flew off the vehicle or somebody dropped it, and there's a crack somewhere, which allows, I thought that could have been one, but that was just a scratch. Anyway, that's the old panel that filled with water. New panels are all geared up. I'm gonna leave it here for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Just a quick little video on the 2012 Wrangler, and we'll catch you in the next one.